I've been searching, sure there's nothing left. Empty vodka bottles on the dresser. Destitute, the winners suit me best. Win or lose, I do not give a fuck, cause I know it doesn't matter in the end. Magnitudes of stress, I feel my chest, it's palpitating, days away from death. Heart attack, I slump over this desk. Callous nature made anonymous, fabricating a facade again. There's no salvation for the lost. Wander aimless in the fog and then drop. No one texted, no one called, but thoughts and prayers when I'm gone. Is there redemption for a dog? Is there a heaven for a dog? Mental shock, hellish thoughts, melatonin tones it down, and just for a moment I'm non-existent, nodding off. The fog is lifted, saw the stars, but once I've awoken, all is forgotten, all is hopeless. Dozy doing through the motions, I know where this road going. Broken bones for the poet, line for line I've itemized my demise. Mind is like a damn asylum. Straight jacket, my hands are tied up, cause I suck life out of all that I've touched. And the mice don't trust the vipers who live in the night. The light divides us, sun shines on the other side of this wall, but it's too tall to climb up. What's my best bet? I dig deeper into the trenches. Clenching a cigarette is a necessity to ease the tension. A second of peace, bend at the knee, accept my defeat. Rest by the trees, look to the sky. I know that one day all good men die. Cling on to goodbyes, horizons vibrancy subsides. The earth and moon collide. What a fool was I to fantasize. A child who puts his hands over his eyes, believes he's vanished from your sight. I can't keep hiding from a truth I can't accept. Lying, trying to prove that something's left. Destitute, the winners suit me best. Win or lose, I do not give a fuck, cause I know it doesn't matter in the end. No, it doesn't matter in the end. My cadaver dancing in your memories, wash away the image and forget me. All I've done, all I've said, all my hopes and regrets gone. Send a prayer, send a thought, but don't expect me to respond. Messages get lost, proves what I knew all along. There's no redemption for a dog, there ain't no heaven for a dog. Thank y'all. Alright, this next one is called Ocean. Something poetic, finding meaning in the meaningless successive. For every line written, about a dozen are rejected. I would sit inside for a decade or a century just to pen a single sentence with the sentience of men, till it beyond my ending with the messages I left. Was I meant to be remembered or a legacy denied? Not a life touch, image in the sand, I subside when the tide comes. Reside in a vice grip, thoughts with a tied tongue. Nothing said, just a nod, yup, I never was a chef, and so I shouldn't stir the pot up. Just keep it clean for the adverts, make sure to hide the good sex and the bad words. Sharp fangs and the black fur, the big bad wolf got you fooled, that's disastrous. A hidden hazard, kid had asked too many questions about the facts that were presented. I'm snapping back to my senses, realizing it's best if I just kept it in my head, cause if I lose another job and I'll be sleeping in the trenches with the fan users. So I hold another secret, keeping steady on the fences, who I am and who I need to be. The duality, a salary or being free, the fallacy to feeding me that both of these can be achieved. Got me thinking back to old man Jimmy with his thick ass guitar in this landlocked city. Yet he sings about the sea, how it's vast and it shines, and it can't be confined by a man's own ambition. Got me wishing that I could be the ocean for a day, not be holding or contained, in control of my restraint, showing grace. I could keep your fishing boat safe, but test me, I could overflow it with the wave. A hope had in vain, I'm a man made of earth, been eroded by the rain into a cookie cutter person. I'm a pussy at the work shift, the customer's correct and I ain't but a humble servant, steady lying about my purpose. I'm at the interview, fibbing like a criminal. Since I was a 6-year-old, this has been my biggest goal. I would dream of flipping burgers on a griddle stove and living broke with 4 niggas stuffed inside a studio apartment. And if I get this job, I would not quit, ever. I get a tat of Ronald on my arm, and every check I would invest in Robin Hood McDonald's stock. Gosh, I'm begging on my knees for Mr. Mickey D's cock. If you wanted water, gotta suckle on the straw. Equivalent exchange, something gained, something lost. To sustain, you were taught to maintain a facade till your thoughts are replaced. Another slave for the crops, and I try to accept this is better than it's been. When my ancestors slept on boats kept below deck, I owe them the world, yet I swirl in a whirlwind of emotions. This blood debt could fill oceans. I just hope they know that I've been trying to pay. Sweet old Cinderella, will she ever see the light of day? She wonders as she tidies up the fireplace. Wings are made of wishes. For a moment she can fly away to a foreign land that she could never visit, to dinner with the man who never noticed she existed. A bittersweet indulgence when dose of hope diminishes. She's sitting with the loss of something that was never given. But was she better off never having dreamt at all? Questions I had yet to solve, lost within the convoluted mess of my depressive thoughts. To label them as meaningless or meaningful depends upon the person it's presented to. Beauty isn't rounded at the edges, so these days I see the elegance in every flaw. Pessimistic renaissance, somber yet the sauna brought some water to the desert, so I'm writing when the weather's hot.